Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for passing by, thank you so much for subscribing, and thank you very much for watching my videos. You are greatly appreciated. I saw this photo while scrolling through social media, and it's a photo of Rihanna while pregnant. I think it's a photo where she's at the Met Gala, and someone said she has no ring, and you can see the caption is there, and I think it's Asian Doll that had replied to the person and saying that if she was a billionaire, she wouldn't marry none of the N-word either, because she wouldn't want you to take all her money in divorce settlement. And so many persons were supporting Asian Doll. A lot of other persons were coming at the person who made the post. A lot of persons were also supporting the person who made the post about her having no ring and saying that she's just like everybody else, being a regular baby mama and stuff. Many persons were saying that she's a billionaire. It's okay. She can do what she is doing, and that's totally fine. Some other persons were comparing her to other celebrities or other entertainers who are out there and saying that people come down on them. For example, Kash Doll and Ashanti, who got pregnant, and they were saying that how is she pregnant and not married and all of that, and was putting heavy pressure on other persons out there who are in the entertainment field and saying that how are they getting pregnant and they are unmarried women and stuff like that. And so looking into this situation, here is my 2 cents. You know me, SS Devil Advocate. To some extent, I totally agree with Asian Doll. When you reach a certain status in life, especially where your finances are concerned, you have to move with dexterity. You have to be very careful as to who you decide that you're going to be a lifetime partner with or who you are going to marry, because there are lots of things that are at stakes. Cash in liquid, assets, you name it. All of it are at stake. And so you want to make certain that the person that you're going to marry is someone who is there for you, someone who you can sign a prenup and they will actually agree to the prenup and stuff like that. Maybe, just maybe, Rihanna, while being a billionaire, she doesn't want to be bothered with all of that, but she wants to be a mother. She has spoken about it all the time while she was in her heyday in her music career, saying that her greatest wish is to be a mother. And she's living her life very rich, very successful, very famous, sitting pretty, and being a mother. I highly doubt the middle class, lower class should really have anything to say about this, because we are not in her tax bracket. I understand that when you're a person of influence and you're in a position of influence and power, then people are going to look at you sideways. You're going to come under scrutiny because they're saying that young people are looking up to you, young girls are looking up to you, and so you want to set an example. Whether you like it or not, they are aspiring to be like you, especially where success in your career is concerned, and also in business, while being youthful, while being beautiful, while being desirable. And so when looking at that, many persons will want to have something to say when it comes to her being pregnant repeatedly and not being married. However, people need to be reminded that this is a woman that has done it all and have achieved great success at an early age. I spoke about Grace Jones and referenced Grace Jones several times. This is not the first video I'm doing on Rihanna. And I remember when Grace Jones told Rihanna, or she sent out a message while being interviewed and said she has to be careful and take some time off to appreciate her success, because she has gained a lot within a very short space of time. And oftentimes people get distracted and people get too comfortable, and before you know it, they lose it all. So she needs some time off to really appreciate what she has worked for and what she has accomplished, which is a lot in a short period of time. And Rihanna took her advice and did just that. She also has an amazing supporting team that has the mentality of seeing her successful or of seeing her success as much as they want success for themselves. And that is a premium mindset that one needs to have when being around an individual and grooming them to become successful in whatever craft that they're pushing. You want people in your corner that have the same mindset and the same goals for your success as theirs, because you know that their success will also be your success. The more money they make, the more money you make. And the more notoriety that comes their way, the more you get also, and the more connections, the more bookings, the more jobs you get also. So persons who are thinking about being in her corner and stuff like that, they were doing that from day one, and it has worked out in Rihanna's favor. Hence, she's a billionaire. So if she is in her corner and wish not to be married, she, trust me, at this point where she's at, she is within her right. That's just not an example you can use. There are just certain things that are going to be an exception to the rule. And when it comes to Rihanna, I'm sorry, there is an exception. At this point, you can't aspire to want a ring. That cannot be paramount at this point, because she has done it all while being very young. And so while achieving all of this success, fame, notoriety, respect in the entertainment industry, for her to come around and persons are reducing her to a ring after accomplishing so much, it shows that you guys are really shallow, you guys are basic, and you really cannot think like how Rihanna think. You understand me? If you have $100, you can't think like how a multimillionaire think. If you have $1,000, you can't think like how a billionaire think. She's where she's at right now. A ring is the least of her worries. How many persons? It was only recently I was doing a video and I made mention of so many persons of the past who were heiress, from Doris Duke to the Woolworth heiress, to so many other famous women out there, and they marry repeatedly because they were hunting for love, hunting no matter what they got in life, they were hunting to be accepted, and it's through having a ring. And what happened? Those men divorced them, they left them, a lot of them took their money, they went off, they sailed off into the sunset with other persons and stuff like that. Rihanna did not come out and say at any point that she wanted to be a wife and that's her main goal or anything like that. She always said her main goal was to be a mother. And while having all the wealth that she is preparing for her children to inherit, at this point, I highly doubt being a wife was ever on her list. I mean, she could very well be married. We don't know. But according to the legalities, when he came out with her partner, A$AP Rocky, they called Rihanna the mother of his children. They did not say that she was his wife or anything like that. You understand? And so I think that people need to sit this one out and back off and just leave them be. When it comes to Rihanna, like I said, it's just gonna be a tunnel that leads to absolutely nowhere, to speak on her being a wife. And if you guys are so hell-bent on wanting to be married by any means necessary, why are you guys having children? Number one. And number two, why are you guys even having sex? If marriage is so premium or paramount, and you know, the Bible, when it comes to religious topics, the Bible is where the main reference comes from as to marriage being honorable and all these type of things. It also speak on not fornicating. So I'm saying that if you guys are hell-bent on being wives so much, and that is the main goal for you guys, no matter the career path you take or whatever success that you may have on your journey, why are you guys even having sex? You should hold out. You should be holding out with these men and letting them know that I'm not going to have sex with you until you put a ring on my finger, and remain a virgin until you get married. But you're not going to do that. You're living your life privately how you want to. Allow her to live her life how she wants to. You should be copying or aspiring for her success and the respect that she has while famous. Very few persons have that. I think that's what Black women need to focus on. The issue and the argument of being unmarried is already out there. Rihanna is not one of those type of women that you really can stick it to. As a matter of fact, women who are very rich, women who are multi-millionaire, the Kash Doll, rapper Kash Doll, the Ashanti, so many persons out there. Those are not people that you want to force and stick marriage onto. I don't think so. Because of the mere fact that they can do it while being single parent. They can afford 2 nannies for one child. You can't afford one for one of your children. So those are not the type of persons that you should really come at and want to ostracize. That's her personal choice. She's her own woman. I think that's it. And that's where the argument should be left. I don't think that rich people, the Kylie Jenner, the Khloe Kardashian, the Rihanna, and all these type of people who have, a lots of money and doing well, they are respected out there. They can easily start up a business, and so many persons want to jump on board to invest in all of it and make them multimillionaire or add to their riches and make them billionaires. These are not people that one should be comparing to middle class people or the average woman out there who are having multiple children without being unmarried. They are not relying on anybody. They need nobody in their corner when it comes to their finance. They may need some company or some loving or some attention, which the media already provide for them. But I highly doubt when it comes to finance and being a mother, whether they want to be a single mother or stuff like that, there are just certain people in this world that are going to get a pass. And there's absolutely nothing we can do about it. But that's all I have to say about it. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your day and may God bless you. Bye-bye.